Hello everybody, I'm Toby, and in this new series of videos, me and my friends are doing a thing called an archipelago. And if you don't know what an archipelago is, it's basically just like one big game randomizer. Everyone is playing a different game, and everyone's items are shuffled across everyone's games. Like, I'm doing Terraria in this, so I might get an achievement, and it might just be something different for someone else. It's just gonna give someone something, because that is a check. And how does it work? Don't ask me, I have no sodding clue. But yeah, for these first few videos, I just plan to voice over everything interesting that happened, because my mic was absolutely cooked. I was so quiet in the actual recordings, and all my friends were incredibly loud. So I hope you enjoyed this thing that I'm going to be doing. This is going to be a lot of recording, so I hope you like my voice, because you're going to get sick of it by the end. Enjoy. Since I have a lot of miscellaneous footage to get through, might as well cover all the other games that my friends were playing. Atom was playing Dark Souls 3, Momo was playing Hollow Knight, Esper, who wasn't able to join the first session, is doing Inscription, and Izco is doing Risk of Rain 2, which, when it comes to all of these games except Hollow Knight, I know bunk shit about them, I know nothing. So, and also, you know, while I'm here, I don't even know why I already picked Terraria, because I could have picked anything else that I was even remotely better at. I guess Terraria just kind of seemed the most fun. Anyway, I'm going to go back to when things actually get interesting. I'm really just doing this because I have far too much footage to do, so I might just kind of faff about a bit during some of these sections. And then, finally, 40 minutes into the recording session, I was finally given something. And that something was actually pretty massive, all things considered. I was given, by my good buddy Adam, by doing God knows what, a Rod of Discord, which is a surprisingly rare item, hard mode item as well, so this actually gave me confirmation of, oh shit, I can practically be given anything. It's not even like world stage locked, I guess. Which, if you don't know what the Rod of Discord does, it basically just lets you teleport to anywhere on your screen. And it does have a small cooldown period, and if you do use it during this cooldown period, you take damage. Which I personally think is a very fair trade-off. Like, you get really good mobility just at the cost of some health. Pretty peak, especially for pre-hard mode, where you don't really get a lot of movement. In fact, it actually took me a long time before I even got Hermes boots, so this thing really helped me out. Then after just kind of ages, just kind of walking around, doing some miscellaneous stuff, getting some achievements, building some houses, and finding some NPCs, I finally came across the dungeon, which, yay, something new after I'd been walking for literal minutes. So this was just kind of a nice surprise to stumble across. I'm kind of running out of things to say during these sections. I really should have made sure my mic was fixed, but I kind of didn't really have time to, because we did one session, then the next day we did the next one, then the next day we did the next one, and I think you understand. But as of recording right now, the series isn't finished. We've been kind of taking a bit of a long break, so I don't know, I might actually get these videos done before we even record the next episode. So anyway, how's your day going? I don't have much to. And then after more walking around, I came across the Right Ocean, which, before I tell you what I actually found down there, because if you didn't know, chests can actually spawn down there for whatever reason, I was, at some point, and I don't know how I didn't catch it while watching back through the recording, I was given a Nautilus shell, which lets me breathe and swim underwater. I don't know how I didn't notice this, but I'm just kind of dense, so meh. But after actually going down there, I found some water walking boots, which will be actually a very useful thing throughout this playthrough. Not just because it's a component for Terra Spark boots, the best boots in the game, but they also just kind of let me walk on water. Who would have guessed? And so now, instead of having to do some weird movements with the Nautilus shell, I can just kind of walk over water. And it can also just make exploration so much easier. But that's about it for now. I guess I'll check in whenever I find something else interesting. After getting the boots, I teleported back home, just went to an ice cave I found, just to try and find some shit that I may not have seen before with the new gear, like the double jump, the rod of discord, and the water walking boots. And I don't think I found anything, at least at the time of recording, I didn't, but I was given a moon charm, which if you don't know what that does, it basically just turns me into a werewolf at night, which just buffs some stats. Which ones, I'm not too sure. Movement speed, I think, is one of them. But that's all I have to say about this, because I'm getting real bored. Right, so I genuinely have no idea what I was even doing here. Usually, before even going near the Crimson in any way, I'll typically go get the Blade of Grass first, before doing anything. But, you know what? It's fuck me, I guess. As I go down and bomb each individual heart, the Brain of Cthulhu spawns. And this will go about how you would expect with the gear that I have. And I died. Very quickly, in fact. Here's the entire fight. Yeah, that really didn't take long, huh, before I was sent packing to spawn. So, yeah, we're just going to kind of ignore that this whole interaction happened, okay? We cool? We cool. Next item I was given was also just kind of given to me whilst I was just walking around the world. And it was pretty massive, because I was given a demon conch, which I was really happy about because I didn't need to dig a elevator. Yippee! I hate doing that. But what the demon conch just lets you do, you might have already guessed it just off of what I said, it just lets you teleport to hell. At any point, at any time. So yeah, it's actually really useful and will come in very handy. And as I dive into the underground jungle looking to just get the things needed to make the Blade of Grass, I think it's a good thing to say here, but I'm probably just gonna skip until the point that I actually get the sword, because it's so incredibly boring to just watch me do this. So I'll see you when I get the Blade of Grass. Oh, just kidding, I lied. After rewatching the footage, looking for when I got the Blade of Grass, I never got it in this episode. I think I get it next time, I don't know, I'm too dense. But whilst I was in the underground jungle, I still obviously got stingers and jungle spores and all that for the Blade of Grass. I also found feral claws in an IV chest underneath a big tree, and the Goblin Tinkerer. Yippee! But that's really about it. I mean, I got the rocket boots and Tinkerer's workshop from the Goblin, so that was nice. And that's about it for the underground jungle. I can't believe I hit a bait and switch on myself. That was kinda surprising. Then after a short spelunking session down in the ice cave, I was able to get enough amethyst to be able to make myself an amethyst Hulk, just boosting my mobility just that little bit more. And now for the first boss of the game, the Eye of Cthulhu, which, as a reminder, I don't understand why I tried to fight the Brain of Cthulhu first. I might have been just stupid. I mean, I don't know what I mean by might have, I just kind of am. But anyway, I'm gonna let you watch the fight now. But as you might have expected, all I really got from this fight was just a bit of Cryptane ore, which I used to make the Blood Butcher, and I got a shoddy one. That's always nice. But then after making another, I got Supreme. Let's go. That's the best modifier for a sword in the game, by the way. Actually, no, it's not. It's legendary. I'm stupid. But that's about all for the Eye of Cthulhu fight. And that was everything interesting that happened in the first session. I hope you enjoyed this video, because there's gonna be a few more like this. Let's hope I fix my mic by the time when I'm done these first 4. Yes, I have 4 to do like this. But anyway, that'll be it for me. You've listened to my voice for long enough today. See you next time.